So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the difference between having a 9-to-5 job and being an entrepreneur. And when I say entrepreneur, most of you know I'm a day trader. Day trading is an entrepreneurship thing, so that's what I'll be mainly talking about. So for those of you who don't know what it is, day trading, as you can see, is basically buying and selling securities within the same day. And when you think of day trading, the first couple things that'll probably come to mind is day trading options, day trading stocks, forex, crypto, all these different financial markets that people like to trade. And when it comes to having a regular 9-to-5 day job, that's like having any job that you have to go to and clock in for a specific amount of time, and then you get paid for that amount of time. So day trading and being an entrepreneur is basically having your own business, working for yourself, and basically getting paid for the opportunity. And having a 9-to-5 job, having a regular day job, is basically getting paid for the amount of time that you're putting in. So that goes into my first point, which is when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a day trader, in my specific scenario, you're basically getting paid for the opportunity. You're not getting paid for the amount of time that you're putting in to whatever you're doing. So to dive a little deeper into that, what that means is that, say I was sitting at my trading desk for the next 8 hours. Theoretically, I'm not getting paid a specific amount for those 8 hours. I'm not getting paid shit. I'm only getting paid if I take on a trade, if I seize an opportunity in the financial market, and if I execute on that opportunity and come out with a profit. The flip side is I can also come out with a loss. So that's what day trading is. So now compare that to having a regular day job. Having a regular 9-to-5 job is I would go to a 9-to-5 job, I would work for 8 hours the same way as I'm doing in the day trading scenario, but instead of me not getting paid for opportunity, as long as I'm there for those 8 hours, I'm going to be paid for those 8 hours that I'm putting in. I'm basically trading my time in exchange for money. Now that's the one big key. That's one of the biggest factors when it comes to comparing one to the other. And that's why a lot of people are willing to work a 9-to-5 job, are willing to work a regular day job, because it comes with more stability, as opposed to not potentially getting paid for the amount of time you're putting in when it comes to day trading, when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Now these people who do work regular day jobs, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Having that stability is really good, especially if you have a family, especially if you're someone who is not really risky or doesn't want to take too much risk. Knowing that you're going to be paid exactly for the amount of time you're putting in, and knowing that you're going to have money for food and bills, is honestly a really great blessing. But if you want more in life, that's when you go to the entrepreneur aspect, and then that comes with more of its challenges. Now, the second point that I want to make, when you're a day trader, when you're an entrepreneur, is that you don't have no set schedule. The schedule, everything you're doing on a day-to-day basis, everything that you're doing in order to be successful, in order to make money, is on you. There's no specific schedule, there's no accountability. It's all on you, it's all on the person doing the thing. So in my specific example, again, if I'm the day trader, if I'm the entrepreneur in my instance, I don't have anyone above me telling me, hey, you need to wake up at this time, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to do this at night in order to prep for the market. The only person that's going to be telling me that is myself, and that comes with a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. So that's another big key factor when it comes to day trading and being an entrepreneur, any type of entrepreneur, and when it comes to working a 9-to-5 job. And when you're working a 9-to-5 job, when you're working a regular day job, you have your boss, you have your supervisor, you have your team leader, you have your coworkers, you have other people around you in a fixed setting, making sure you're doing what you need to do in order to be successful at the job. And at the end of the day, if you're not, you're gonna be fired, okay? So if you're not doing it, you're gonna be fired. And when you're the entrepreneur, when you're on the day trading side of it, you're not only gonna be fired, but you're not gonna make the money, you're not gonna bring home the bread in order to survive, in order to live, in order to provide for your family. Very tough. Now, the third biggest thing that comes when you're a day trader, when you're an entrepreneur, versus working a regular 9-to-5 job, versus working a regular day job, and this is a big pro, this is a very good thing if you're an entrepreneur, if you're on the day trading side of it, and you're actually pursuing such a risky thing, you're pursuing such a thing that's out of the norm, is that you're actually following your dreams. You're actually making change, you're actually doing something to follow your dreams and to put your efforts into something that's gonna pay off a big time in the long run. What I mean by that is that when you're working a regular day job, when you're working a regular 9-to-5 job, there's a good probability that you're trading your time every single day for money, and there's high likelihood that not only are you unhappy at that job, but you really wish throughout the whole day that you're there that you were doing something more fulfilling and that you were doing something that would pay off big time in the long run. And that's the great thing about day trading. That's the great thing about being an entrepreneur, is that when you're working hard and becoming a profitable trader and being a successful trader in the markets, whatever market that is, day trading stocks, day trading options, crypto, futures, whatever it is, you know that there's no limits to how much money you can make. Yes, you're gonna have to put in time, you're gonna have to put in screen time, chart time, years of hard work, of effort, of sacrifice, of pain, of sadness, but you know that at the end of the road, that as long as you learn the skill, your income potential is uncapped. And that's one of the biggest keys, that's one of the biggest and most important factors of when it comes to pursuing something like this, that you can theoretically make however much money as you want, as long as you put in the work, as long as you learn the skill, as long as you manage your risk, as long as you do certain things that will get you there. The same amount of time that it takes to make $1 in the market is the same amount of time that it takes to make 1 million in the market. It just comes with a different skill set, different emotional intelligence, but you know that that opportunity is there. And on the contrary, when you're working a regular job, when you're working a regular 9-to-5 day job, if you go there for a specific amount of hours, if you're there for 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, or whatever the case is, and you know you can only get paid that amount of money for that hour, and you're fixed at that, unless you get a raise from your company, which is very unlikely, and obviously varies depending on whatever situations. But not only is the salary, the hourly wage capped, but you know that you're really not able to make more money even if you started putting in more work. And that's one of the sad things about working the job compared to the good thing about day trading in markets. And now to kind of paint a better picture on the fourth thing that's amazing about day trading versus working a 9-to-5, if you are a day trader, if you are taking the entrepreneur route, you know that you're your own boss. You don't have no one above you telling you anything, no one above you telling you that you need to do this, that you need to do that, and micromanaging you, and you don't have anyone basically breathing down your neck and making sure you do what you're supposed to do. If you're strong enough, if you're disciplined enough, then the beauty in day trading, beauty in being an entrepreneur and working for yourself is that you don't have that. You can basically make your own schedule. You can basically do whatever the hell you want to do on a day-to-day basis, but at the end of the day, doing things that will benefit you in the markets, benefit you as an entrepreneur. But just knowing you have that freedom, just knowing you have the ability to make your own schedule, to not have anyone hovering above you telling you what you can do and what you can't do, when to go on a break, when you can't go on a break, when you can go piss and shit, when you can go drink some water. That's amazing, bro. That's like an opportunity that you don't get with a lot of jobs, you know? And then when you're working a 9-to-5 job, you have that. You have those people that are breathing down your neck, telling you what you can and can't do, telling you when you can take a break, telling you when you can go on your lunch. Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? You have those people, you have that, you're in that environment when you're working the job. That's one of the sadder things about it. And when you're working as an entrepreneur, as a day trader, that's not the case. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You don't gotta worry about all that other stuff. Now, I think this is the fifth thing, or it may be the sixth thing, but the fifth or sixth thing that, whatever one it is, so amazing about being an entrepreneur versus working a 9-to-5 job is that you can work from anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection and as long as you have your mindset with you. You can work from anywhere you want in the world. The US stock market opens up at 9:30 in the East Coast, 9:30 in the morning, and then it opens at 6:30 in the morning in the West Coast. And me as a day trader trading stocks, trading stock options, and me, for example, if I decided right now to travel to New York City, I know that tomorrow morning, as long as I have my laptop, as long as I have my mindset and an internet connection, I can make money there in New York City, and I don't have to rely on going to work or going to a specific brick and mortar place. I can make money even on the plane if I wanted to. And with the regular day job, with the regular 9-to-5, you don't have that. You have to go to a brick and mortar place. You have to go into an environment in order to make that money. You literally have no other opportunity to make money, because if you don't go, there's no other way for you to make money if you have that 9-to-5. But if you're a day trader, you can make money from anywhere. That's one of the other amazing benefits of being a day trader. You can work from anywhere you want. You don't have to rely on no one. You don't have to rely on going to a brick and mortar spot. It's all on you wherever you want to work, baby. I'm trying to think, what else is there the benefits of being a day trader versus working a 9-to-5 job? There's so many benefits. The more and more I think about it, I've already mentioned a ton, but literally day trading is one of the most amazing pursuits, one of the most amazing things you could ever pursue in life, because after all the sacrifices, after all the pain, after all the studying, all of the screen time, everything, all of the work that you're putting in, you know that you're gonna come out with having the ability to work from anywhere, to make as much money as you want, to be your own boss, to support your friends, support your family, because that income is unlimited. Basically, theoretically, you don't have anyone breathing down your neck. You can fund whatever passions and things that excite you in life with the money you make from day trading. There's just so many benefits. There's just so much that goes into it. It's a lonely road. It's a very lonely, long journey, and it's filled with constant ups and downs and constant learning, but going through it, getting through it is what matters at the end and what will be the determining factor of your success. So with that being said, here are the benefits of being a day trader versus working a regular 9-to-5 job. I hope it helps some of you out. I know me at 17 years old, 16 years old, would have loved to see this. So thank you again, and I will catch you in the next one.